Local universities on edge this morning as pro-Palestinian students protests spread all across the country.
Yeah, the main commencement ceremony has been canceled at USC, and there's a growing protest on the campus of UCLA. We have live team coverage this morning. Our Rick Montanez is at USC, but first we begin with our Cara Finstrom, who's live in Westwood. Good morning, Cara.
Good morning, Sheba. Since we spoke with you last, we've seen more of a presence from UCLA security out here. They've actually moved all of the news vans, had us move them to another area. And behind us here, they have brought in some trucks and are putting up some fencing around the area where that protesting is taking place, some barricades there. You can see the tents that were put up yesterday and the wooden fence there, some of the signs that read Free Palestine. Most of those taking part, they have declined to do interviews with us, but here's what one woman told us.
We are here to make sure that the UC is not actively funding the violence that's happening abroad.
Organizers of the protests at numerous campuses have issued demands that also include having universities call for an immediate and permanent ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war and an academic boycott of Israeli universities with study abroad programs suspended. Now, a small group of counter-protesters, including some holding Israeli flags, they've been seen on campus as well. Yesterday was mostly peaceful here. There were some brief shoving matches that broke out. Campus security tried to keep those groups separated at that point, and there were no reports of any injuries or arrests. The Jewish Federation of LA, they have issued a statement calling the protests at college campuses nationwide alarming, adding that while they believe in peaceful civic discourse, some protests have escalated to the point of creating a dangerous climate for Jews on campuses. Now, back out here live, not clear at this point whether everyone participating in this has been a student. Again, we've seen a little bit of an increase in security presence just within the last 20 minutes or so. So we are going to reach out to the university as well and see if there has been any change in stance. But at last report from them, they said there were no plans to try and disperse the group behind us. And we want to toss things now over to Rick Montanez, who is at USC.
Yeah, Cara, thank you. This morning we are here hearing from students who are, some of them, upset over big changes coming to commencement this year. There will be no main stage celebration, which typically draws in about 65,000 people here to this campus. And let's break down for you what the other changes are that are included in the big announcement that came from USC just yesterday. This year, no main stage ceremony, as we said, and there will be dozens of other commencement events, which include individual school ceremonies. Tickets will be required for students and their guests. They say that students will get 8 tickets each. Names have to be associated with those tickets. Everyone coming on campus will be screened, similar to the university says what happens at the Coliseum, and there will also be a clear bag policy. This all comes after 93 protesters were arrested Wednesday after a day-long demonstration on campus. Encampments were set up in a campus park where students and others demanded a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. They also want the university to divest any financial ties with organizations linked to Israel. You'll remember the university also canceled the valedictorian's speech over her pro-Palestinian stance.
It's definitely disappointing.
To me, is that USC went the wrong way with that.
And I feel especially bad for the people who have nothing to do with this conflict.
So the university says during protests Wednesday, it began ordering the dispersal of protesters after campus safety repeatedly asked them to take down tents, which is against campus policy, and asked them to move to other locations, which they refused. This morning, the USC campus remains closed to the public. Only students, faculty, and staff who have proper identification can get through the gates. We're told that will remain in place until further notice. USC also says by Tuesday it should issue the final changes for this year's commencement, which should include the ticketing information, and hopefully, they say, no more major changes for this year's commencement. Reporting live near USC, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Yeah, a lot of changes coming up. Rick, thank you so much.
CBS News Los Angeles, your local news, streaming wherever, whenever.